Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing about the story of this man. I'm going to say this, right? I'll show you guys some parts of the video. I will not show you some parts because I think it's the kind of video some people may find a bit disturbing. That particular section where this man fell, I'm going to cut that part off because not everybody really is able for stuff like that. So basically, there's this man that was dancing at a party, and honestly, he was dancing so well. You know, for the non-Nigerians or non-Africans, I think most Africans will know. You know, there's a dance where you kind of like is a waist dance, and there's a movement of the waist. It looks easy, but trust me, it's not very easy. Not everybody can actually do it. I think the most interesting thing about the man's dance is the fact that is actually women's dance, if that makes sense. It is like a skill that women would have. It's not the typical skill men will have. So to see a man, especially a man of around his age, not like nowadays a lot of Nigerian dancers, young people that learn these things and then they dance it, but for a man of his age dancing it, it was impressive that he could do it, and he was doing a very good job at it. And at a point during this dance, this man fell. I'll let you guys watch this video.
The party is over. The party is over. This man don't finish up. That's true for me. And it's over. It's a stage managed. It's a stage managed dance. That's all they do. Don't worry yourself. Thank you. Put your hands together for that dance. Put your hands together. Keep clapping for that dance. It is called reality song. Oh yeah, DJ, change this music. This music will cause trouble. DJ, come on this song.
So that's the video. It's a sad video, let's be honest, and apparently he never made it. It's really sad that his life ended like that. And honestly, when I watched that video to realize that people were, at first people didn't seem to realize he was in trouble. They thought it was part of the dance, and it's sad that the people didn't realize that he was really in trouble. And if you watch, I don't know, because when I'm looking, when he looked like he was doing his hand like this, I was thinking to myself, could it be him trying to say help me, like I don't want to go into all of that. But anyways, at the end of the day, we're just watching videos. We don't know what the diagnosis of what was wrong with him. But I'm going to say that could have been a stroke. It could have been a kind of a seizure. I remember my father had a stroke. It was like that. My father didn't fall, but it's very similar. Luckily, my father didn't fall because my brother was there and he caught him. And that brings me to speak again about our health when it comes to the heart. Okay? And I want to say this. This will be the second time in recent weeks, you know, that we'll be talking about the heart. Once you are up to the age of 35, or yes, even from the 30s upwards, and I'm going to say this, right? When I speak about the health, I want to say this thing. You can be the most fit human being in the world. You can be the healthiest man or woman in the world. You go to the gym, you eat healthy, you do everything, and something like this may still happen to you. May. Then, at the end of the day, there's nothing else the person could have done. But I'm speaking to those people that they live a sedentary lifestyle. They don't go for regular health checks. They don't exercise. They don't care what they eat. High cholesterol is the thing, and it is bad for the health. A lot of Nigerian food, not all, are not good for your cholesterol. A lot. All the brocoto, you know, some people think they're enjoying, they're eating assorted meat. All the brocoto and all the everything, they see their plate. See their plate and they think it's evidence of good living. A lot of the things that some people eat is evidence of bad living. Another area, I'm going to touch on few topics here, because sometimes, like I remember when I was making videos about cabbage fufu, this fufu, alternatives and stuff like that. There are some people that feel like, they don't want to hear another things. It has to be this, it has to be that, it has to be that. But when it comes to your health, sometimes you have to compromise. You have to. There are some things I would love to eat that I don't eat. Why? Because I think about my health. Because I want to be healthy. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I eat crap. Trust me, sometimes I do. But I'm just making us be more conscious of what we eat. There was a time when big belly. I'm using this topic now to discuss health issues. There was a time when big belly was evidence of good living. Not anymore. Nowadays, being overweight is no longer fashionable. But there was a time when men with big fat bellies was a sign that they were, you know, big men, you know, evidence of good living. Nowadays, men with fat bellies is evidence of bad living. And nowadays it's being frowned at because a lot of people are beginning to know more about health and all of those, and they begin to realize that, you know, do you know, there was the first time when I used to work in theater, right? And the first time I saw someone with a big belly cut open, that was when I realized how bad it is. It is a complete thick layer of fat. When I say fat, how do I explain it? When I say it's a massive thick layer of fat. Fat, not skin, not muscle. Fat lying there, like thick layer of fat. Most of the time, fat stored around the belly, men with fat bellies like that are going to be diabetic. A lot of the time, they're going to be diabetic. Women too, let's be honest. Because I cannot say it's only men. Women too. Heart issues, high blood pressures, a lot of stuff. This is health I'm talking about. We come from a culture where a woman is not occupying space. She doesn't get respect. That's why you see people like us, that we are not as big as, that you see our age mate. People will respect them more than us because we look small. So there was a time too, I don't know if it's still like that in Nigeria, where the bigger you are, the more respect you will get. People's respect is nothing when it comes to your health. There was a time when the proof to know that the woman is happily married or her marriage is going well is the amount of weight she has put on since she got married. There was a time when women get married, they begin to get madame's body. That was the proof that their marriage was going well and they were enjoying. Those days are gone. People need to prioritize health. I eat healthy, I go for exercise, you know, I do my best. I eat crap sometimes, but I'm very conscious of what I eat. To be honest with you guys, I'm very conscious. But at least after I've done my best, there's nothing more I can do. But I'm saying there are a lot of people that it is very preventable. I'm just saying, we do not know. I'm not coming here to give diagnosis. I always emphasize that I'm not giving diagnosis, but I would say, this looks like this, it looks like that. And I use that opportunity to educate people. And I actually want to challenge you guys. That's true. You know, I actually thought about it. Let me challenge you guys. Go and get your blood pressure checked and come and leave me the result of your blood pressure. Know what your health status is. I want to use this. This is the second time in recent weeks that I'm talking about people's health. So really use this as a reminder to go check up on yourself, because we don't know. It's possible that was a stroke, but this man never had a warning. So people have what they call the warning stroke, which is a blessing. So people don't get it. All they get is the real thing. I do not really know what happened to that man. I'm just saying it looks like. That is that aspect of that. Then the other aspect that I thought about is how, you know, I still have to say it, you know, how if this was in the so-called developed part of the world, they would have called an ambulance. An ambulance would have been there like that. As far as I know, a lot of venue centers, halls and party halls or whatever, they have defibrillators, they have a place set up for first aid and, you know, emergencies and stuff like that. And the likelihood of public education about how to do compressions, how to check on somebody. We need that as well in Nigeria, where in a gathering like that, there will be people that are actually trained, you know, to be able to help a man like that. And then even while they are doing that, an ambulance is on the way. Do you know, in most parts of the world, there will be a 911 or 911 operator on the other side of the phone guiding them on what to do. Is he breathing? Is he talking? Is there anything in his mouth? Do this, do compression, take turns. And there will be all of those things going on. You know, it just shows me how there are a lot of deaths in Nigeria that are preventable. Honestly, I'm thinking about countries where 911 or 999, depending on what country you're in, would have been there in 5 minutes, and that man may have been saved. You know, it made me sad to think about how lives waste easily in Nigeria, and how it is sad. Honestly, it is sad. Even when you see the way they carried him, you know, someone that, if his airway was already compromised or anything like that, or, you know, the way they were carrying him was not helpful. You can tell these people don't have the training or the knowledge of what to do for this man. And I just kept on thinking to myself that if this man was living abroad, it's possible he may have survived, and that is sad. It got me thinking, will our country ever step up? Let me tell you guys what happened. Not too long ago, I had some stuff I stored in a section of my garden, and eventually it was time for me to get those things moved out, and I got these men to come move those things out, and I never knew that a cat went there and had babies, and had about, I think there were 4 kittens. Is that 4 or 5 kittens? You know the way we have numbers to call for when people are in trouble, human beings are in trouble. I had to ring a number for animals, and within they came to rescue the kittens, because the kittens were there without their mother. They came to rescue kittens, cats. They came to rescue them. You know, and I think about Nigeria, like, we are so behind. that you wonder sometimes, are we ever going to get there? Like, I don't know how to explain. I don't even know how to say it. How do we, if we're ever going to catch up? That's the word I'm looking for. Are we ever going to catch up as a country? Let me say something else that is even more painful. I think I'll call it the saddest part of it, is the fact that we actually have the money as a nation to be a better country. We have it. We have it. I'm telling you the truth. We have it. Because when you hear about embezzlement, when you hear the amount of money they are mentioning, billions. The other day I heard in the news about the son-in-law of the president of Buhari. They were talking about how much, I don't know what they were saying though, but it's like money that he took or whatever they are saying. When they were mentioning the amount, it's hard to process. A lot of this money that gets stolen, unaccounted for, and all of those things, they're enough to make Nigeria heaven on earth. Believe me. There's enough money to fix our roads, enough money to give us good health care in that country, good quality free education, enough. But all the money is going where they shouldn't go. And this is the result of it. This is the result of it. A country where, you know, look at somebody in distress. And as someone that lives abroad, the first thing that comes to my mind is, if it's here now, there's somebody definitely on the phone calling 911 or 999. Let me say this, it's not everybody that you call 911 that will survive. Some people may not. But the thing is that there are a lot of people that survive because of the help that came on time. But we don't have that in Nigeria. That is why you see that a lot of people that have died, if they lived in a foreign country, they may have still been alive. You know, I just watched that video and it's really sad. Anyways, in this video, I think the main thing I want you to take from this video is go and check yourselves. I know I've been saying it and saying it. Let this one be the one that will actually make you finally go and check yourself, just to be sure. What is the worst that can happen? You check and your doctor says, oh, you're actually fine, there's nothing wrong with you. Or you may end up discovering some health problems you're not aware of. At the end of the day, I think it's a win-win situation. But the first thing first is to take that step to go get yourself checked. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.